Welcome to UNI-TV's The Prowl. We are filming on location here at the McLeod Center. We are looking forward to giving you an inside look at everything athletic that UNI has to offer. I'm Mike Lieb.
Today we have lots of interesting stories for you. I'm Ian Shilhonick.
And I'm Andy McConnell, and this is The Prowl.
The pride, the passion, the purple. This is The Prowl.
Drew Hayes recently caught up with Cam Drowdy, a member of the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity, to talk about how intramurals build teamwork and brotherhood on and off the field.
My name's Drew Hayes, reporting for The Prowl. I had a chance to catch up with SIGEP member Cam Drowdy, and I got to hear a little bit about his involvement in intramurals this year.
Hi, my name is Cam Drowdy. I'm a sophomore public administration major, and I am in Sigma Phi Epsilon. Let's see, intramural sports I've played include basketball, flag football, and dodgeball. Oh, let's see, favorite memory would have to be, come to think of it, it's actually probably the time I broke my nose playing intramural flag football. Let's see, I played linebacker in high school and had a guy just come run a crossing route over the middle, just instinct kicked in. So I immediately just went straight for him, blew out my nose on his shoulder, and actually became the first person in UNI intramural history to ever be thrown out of a flag football game for targeting. Okay. One thing that I've learned through playing intramurals is that teamwork does not stop after organized sports are done with. That's something that you'll take with you through the rest of your life, that it takes more than one person to make goals happen. Some of the things that are really important when it comes to playing intramurals are getting to know the people that you're playing with and just developing a bond with them on and off the field. Like being in SIGEP, like I joined the flag football team very early on in my time in SIGEP, and it was a great way to get to know the guys much quicker and to work towards accomplishing goals on the field, and that translated to continuing to accomplish goals together off the field. One thing I have to say to freshmen that are looking to get involved in intramurals or even on the fence about it is just do it. It's a blast, and it's a great way to meet new people on campus and bring home an intramural t-shirt. When it comes to intramurals, you don't even have to be a world-class athlete or even a varsity athlete. Just go out, have fun, and get some exercise in.
Thanks, Drew. From lords and ladies to freshmen and sophomores, this next sport encompasses both sides of the social spectrum. Let's take it to Avon Helgerson, who has the UNI Ballroom and Swing Club.
Ballroom dancing is a sport for people of all ages and backgrounds. It does not require any special skills or dance ability. This week, I talked to UNI's Ballroom Swing Club to learn a little bit more about what they do.
So ballroom itself is a pretty big label, so lots of stuff fits under that. We also do swing. That would be the other big thing that's sort of exists on its own. Within that, we do East Coast swing, West Coast swing. We do some triple time, and then we do some of the other smaller dances as well. We do a little bit of salsa. We do some polka. Anything with a partner that has sort of a history and a social component.
We're social. We think it's really important to get to know people, both community and student body, but we also just have social dancing, a competitive team, and a performance team, so we do a little bit of everything. Yeah, right behind me is social, and it's being taught by one of our student teachers. So later tonight we have a competitive lesson, and on Sundays is our performance team.
We meet on Tuesdays for a social lesson at 6 o'clock, and then we'll follow it at 7 with our competitive lesson. And then on Thursdays we meet at 8 o'clock for a social lesson and a competitive lesson at 7 again. Those social lessons at 6 on Tuesdays and 8 on Thursdays are open to anyone in the public or any students. And then on Monday nights we just started doing a West Coast series at 8 o'clock, which is open to anyone.
I then talked to a few other club members to understand why they initially joined this club.
vast majority of my friends are in ballroom, so this is really where I make new friendships, new connections. It's a great place for me to de-stress, though sometimes it can be stressful since I'm in leadership positions. But even the leadership stuff, I feel like I've grown as a leader in organizations through being involved in ballroom.
It's definitely an interesting club because it's something that you wouldn't originally just be like, oh yeah, every campus has one of those. But it's something that I joined because it's a lifelong skill. So it's something that maybe a lot of people aren't going to know how to do, but it's something that even if I never went again after today, I would still have more than I came with, and I would still have something I can do for the rest of my life. It doesn't hurt that the ladies kind of like it when you can just show them how to ballroom dance, and so there's a lot you can take away. So this club to me is just really that lifelong skill. That's something I can do as leisure for fun and even as a competitive thing.
For more information, you can contact UNI's Ballroom Swing Club at uniballroom.swing@gmail.com. For UNI's The Prowl, I'm Avon Helgerson.
Now that sounds like a toe tap and good time. Thank you, Avon. This past weekend, Colleges Against Cancer hosted Relay for Life and raised over $62,000 for cancer research. Sammy Castor has the story.
Relay for Life started here at UNI in the year 2003 and has been going strong ever since. In May of 1985, Dr. Gordy Klatt walked and ran for 24 hours around a track in Tacoma, Washington, ultimately raising $27,000 to help the American Cancer Society fight the nation's biggest health concern. With over 300 active members and 8 committees, Relay has worked year-round to raise awareness for cancer through multiple events and fundraisers along with preparing for their annual Relay for Life. UNI's Relay started at 6 p.m. on Friday, April 10th and lasted until 6 a.m. on Saturday, April 11th. UNI's Relay for Life this year involved a lot of people, including some of our student athletes. This year, our student athletes competed in an obstacle course and limbo competition. UNI's Relay for Life is a great way to show community for people who are going through a rough time. With having people from all walks of life, including community, students, and student athletes, UNI's Relay was very successful this year. UNI's Relay for Life raised $62,733.53 to fight cancer. This has been Samantha Castor reporting for The Prowl.
The UNI Orchestra Dance Company has been very busy getting ready for its spring show. The Prowl's Riley Cosgrove dropped in on rehearsal to learn more about the spectacular showcase.
For many people, dancing is hardly ever seen as a sport. But after witnessing the UNI Orchestra's Dance Company rehearse for their annual gala last weekend, I know for one thing that is not true.
So Orchestra's Dance Company is a dance company on campus. We're actually the oldest student organization at UNI. We study ballet and modern technique in class. You get credit for it. It's a really great opportunity. We also do the outside rehearsals where we get to rehearse all of our pieces for our show, but our director is great. He's out of the University of Iowa, and he really helps us grow as dancers. And when you come in to when you end, you don't really, when you get into Orchesis, you're already a great dancer, and you don't think that you're going to be able to maybe grow because you think you've peaked, but then at the end, you get to the end and you're going, wow, I'm even more amazing of a dancer when you get done with. So it's just a really great opportunity for dancers to dance at college and grow as well.
Our show has different pieces that range in style and variability. We have tap dances, we have modern pieces, ballet pieces, and we also have IDT dance company that comes in and they do different types of folk dances. We also have different styles that are contemporary.
When I came to UNI as a freshman, I didn't have a whole lot of friends here, and then as soon as I joined Orchesist, instantly everybody was super welcoming, and everybody just wants to be your friend, and they just want to hang out with you, and that's where all your friends come from.
And within the company, we kind of create just like a family. We know everything about everyone, and we just love each other, and it's a great place to be, and I look forward to coming to class every day.
With rigorous moves that make these numbers as special as they are, the dancers have to be prepared for injuries, and working out is a key tip to avoiding any injury.
So basically, in Orchesist, what we do for workouts is going to be every day, everyone's always going on runs and doing extra cardio, but we also have every Monday and Wednesday, we do 2 hours of warm-ups with modern style dance or ballet, and that's just at the bar, doing different types of workouts.
When we do have injuries, you just want to be sure to pay attention to your own body and make sure what it's telling you is what our director always says. So if you have a muscle or a part of your body that is aching in a way or is hurting that it doesn't normally hurt in that way, you just want to be mindful of that and maybe pull back a little bit on what we're doing in class, or ask Jason, our director, to say, hey, what should I be doing about this? Should I be stretching it a little bit more? Should I be icing it? That kind of stuff. And we have a lot of movement and exercise science majors in the company, and they're really good at helping guide the other members into the proper prevention and care for any injuries.
Reporting for the Prowl, I'm Riley Cosgrove.
Next up, Andy McConnell gives us a preview of a tradition like no other, the Masters Golf Tournament. Take it away, Andy.
That wonderful piano music can only mean one thing. The 2015 Masters is just around the corner. While there are many big storylines, the biggest, as it always is Tiger Woods. For the second year in a row, the question with Tiger isn't if he is going to win, but is he even going to play? For the last couple of years, Tiger has been battling a severe back injury, which kept him out of last year's Masters. Now, keep in mind, Tiger has now won the Masters since 2005, and hasn't even won a major since his dramatic 2008 US Open duel with Rocco Mediate. Sure, Tiger does want to compete, but to be able to compete, he has to be healthy. Even if Tiger isn't able to play, there are still several other heavy hitters that would love to have the green jacket. Let's start off with last year's winner, Bubba Watson. Who could forget Watson's memorable shot in the 2012 Masters playoff against Louis Oosthuizen? Watson was able to capture the green jacket last year, fending off a hard charge by Jordan Spieth. Watson does enter this year's tournament with some momentum. He has yet to finish lower than 14th in his last 6 events. Expect Bubba to be in contention for his 3rd green jacket on Sunday. Whenever the PGA Tour makes its annual stop in Augusta, Phil Mickelson is always on the list of favorites. Since late 2010, Mickelson has been treated for arthritis. But if there is one place where Phil can be in contention, it's Augusta. There's just something special about the relationship with this golf course and Phil. While Phil and Bubba are certainly considered as favorites, the top choice for the Masters has to be Rory McIlroy. In the last 2 majors, Rory has straight up dominated, winning both the British Open and PGA Championship in convincing fashion. However, the one major that Rory has yet to win is the Masters. He looked to be in control in 2011, before he had one of the most memorable meltdowns to date. The green jacket is all that Rory needs to complete the career Grand Slam. The question is, can he conquer his past demons and do so? As with any sporting event, there are other players lurking and ready to pounce. Let's start with Spieth. Last year at 20 years old, Spieth finished runner-up to Watson in his first Masters. This year, Spieth enters with more experience and more confidence. This after finishing in the top 2 in his last 2 tournaments. Spieth will definitely be a name to watch. Jimmy Walker is quietly becoming a name to watch. Walker pulled away from Spieth last week to win the Texas Open, and currently leads the season-long FedEx Cup standings. Don't be surprised to see Walker's name near the top of the leaderboard. Finally, My personal pick to win the 2015 Masters is Dustin Johnson. He returned earlier this year after a long absence for a variety of reasons. In the 6 events that Johnson has played this season, he's either been boom or bust. He missed the cut in 2 tournaments, but has finished in the top 6 in the other 4, including the win at the WGC Cadillac Invitational. On top of that, Johnson recently became a father. I think everything on and off the course is clicking just right for Johnson, which is why I think he will be wearing the green jacket come Sunday. The Masters is truly a tradition unlike any other, and will be a treat to watch. For UNI-TV's The Prowl, I'm Andy McConnell.
Next up, Prowl reporter Drew Hayes brings us a star-studded story about a UNI golfer named Michael Foley and his time at UNI.
I'm Michael Foley. I'm a junior marketing and digital advertising major, and I'm on the UNI men's golf team. Well, I came to UNI just by being recruited to play golf here. Obviously, both of my parents went to school here. My dad played golf as well, so I'm kind of a legacy, and that was definitely a big kicker for me to come and play here. I love the school. Campus is great. Obviously, it's a great business school, and I really like our coach a lot. So being on the team's awesome. You know, anytime you can play golf during the week, it's great. We play 18 holes on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesdays are our days off, and then Thursdays and Fridays we have team practices. Thursdays we usually do a 2-hour practice session. We start off by putting, end with some short game work. And then Fridays are generally on our own, so we can go out and do whatever we feel like we need to work on. And you know, obviously we all spend more time out there than what is asked of us, because we all want to be the best we can be. My favorite memory of being on the team, last year I traveled to an event, and we got done with the tournament, and we were in the van on the way back, and just the camaraderie and all the, you know, the laughs and the shared stories of good shots and bad shots on the course that day. That's definitely my favorite memory. That's the best part about being on a golf team. I think college, high school, or otherwise is just the camaraderie after the rounds when everybody's done and all the putts are made. So my dad's a golf instructor, so I've been literally playing golf since I was in diapers. He put a club in my hand at gosh, I was months old. My baby pictures were taken with a golf ball. So I've been playing golf for a really long time, and you know, I thank him every day for introducing me to the sport. He never forced me to play. I was always just encouraged to play, and it was a great way to spend time with him. You know, I think that there are so many similarities between the game of golf and life. Golf doesn't owe you anything. Life doesn't owe you anything. But there definitely is karma involved. You know, for every bad break you get on the golf course, every lipped out putt, I think, you know, you get a good kick, or you know, lip one in. But what golf has taught me about life was to just never give up. You know, you can be nice, you can be a gentleman. That's what you should be. But at the end of the day, you still have to be steely. You still need to, you know, have so much diligence and always just keep pushing to get better every day.
Now we go to Margot Sturgis to learn more about what it is like to be a manager for the men's basketball team.
Today I'm here with the UNI men's basketball team manager, Grant Peterson, and thanks for being here with us today, Grant.
Thank you.
My first question for you is, what is your exact position working with the team?
Yeah, so I was a manager for 3.5 years, starting my freshman year, and so I graduated in December of 2014. And then so this spring semester I've been a graduate assistant, and I've really just been able to expand my role with the team and help out a little bit more. So,
what exactly do you do as the general assistant or whatever you are?
Graduate assistant.
Graduate assistant.
Yeah. Well, I guess I should start. As manager, you do a lot of practice, everyday things. Guys want to come in and get up shots. So I'm there for that. And as GA, I've also helped guys get into the gym and work with some of the coaches on scouting. So it's really just, it's taken what you do as a manager and then just kind of built upon that. So.
And you said you've worked for the team for how many years?
3.5. This will be my 4th year.
Okay.
Yep.
Is this the most memorable year so far?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yep.
Do you have any particular memories that you could share with us about things that you'll like definitely remember from this past year or any of your years?
No, absolutely. This year in particular, obviously we've had a fantastic year. The MVC tournament was a lot of fun. Going down to St. Louis, you know, there was a lot of buzz. You know, us in Wichita, everybody thought was going to be in the final, and we were all really looking forward to being able to play them again for a 3rd time this year and kicking their butt in the championship. But it didn't work out. But we still got there and actually didn't play very well in the first half of the championship game, but came back and won. So I think the car ride home from that was probably one of the most memorable.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it was just kind of like a high. You know, we were just like, wow, we did that. You know, we're for sure in the tournament. And
crazy, lots of music.
Yeah,
probably,
yeah, exactly.
Dancing.
Lots of good time.
I saw some dancing from Wes on the floor. So.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so you're graduating in May. What are your future plans after?
So I want to get into college coaching. You know, spending my time, you know, here as manager, head manager, and now GA. I've really gotten a good feel for what it's like to be a coach, and I think that's something that I would like to pursue. So I really ultimately want to get down to the Division II level and be a GA. They can help out a little bit more with scouting and recruiting, and so that's something that I really would like to do.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I bet you're really excited for that.
Yeah.
And then what will you miss most about being with the UNI men's basketball
team? Probably just the team atmosphere, you know, whether it's with the players or, you know, as a coaching staff. It's just fun to be around every day, and it's a good vibe, so I'm definitely going to miss that.
Well, it's crazy to think that you're going to go from working as the graduate assistant or manager or whatever you are,
right,
and go to try and be a coach somewhere.
Right.
So that's a great step.
Yeah,
Good luck
absolutely.
with that.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at what Sean, Drew, and Riley are up to on this week's Roundtable Discussion.
My name's Sean Dangle here. I'm here with Drew Hayes and Riley Cosgrove in the Unidome, and we're going to talk about UNI football. The first thing we want to talk about is there's a new offensive coordinator, Drew, and you have some knowledge about what the new offense is supposed to look like?
Yeah, we've got new offensive coordinator Joe Davis. With him is a new revamped no-huddle offense. This is designed to keep the defense on their toes. It's a little different than what we usually do. Usually Coach Farley has more time to coach in between each play. And so this will keep the defense on their toes. It'll be a little more tasking for both the offense and the defense, but it should be pretty exciting for the audience anyways.
Yes, one of the things UNI struggles with is getting students in the stands, but running a no-huddle offense, I think that's going to bring them along better, because I know when I've gone to games, I'm bored out of my mind watching the old offense.
Yep.
So with this new offense, I think it'll be good. You got any thoughts on that?
I saw them practicing a couple weeks ago. They were very quick. They weren't doing full offense, but they were very quick with you know, getting the ball out, and the defense was very active. So I think it's great for the defense as well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the way college football is going. Obviously, Oregon kind of set the standard, and now it's trickling down because that's how you're doing better. And I mean, it's good for us because I mean we've done good in the past with our other offense. So now that we're coming up to the times, I think it might help us even better.
Yeah, we're also looking at a pretty young team. We lost the 3 senior wide receivers. They're big powerhouses. It was Brett Lemaster, Chad Owens, and Kevin Vereen. Between them, they had 104 catches total. So we're looking at some young sophomores that are going to have to step in and fill those shoes. And that no-huddle offense, I think, will give them a chance to get some catches and, show them what they're made of.
A lot of people will get reps. You got any insight from that practice?
When I saw Farley at practice, he was very involved, but he looked very apprehensive. But at the end, he seemed very happy with the progress that everyone was making. And I didn't get a chance to talk to him because he bolted, but
still a little sore.
But still, it was great to see everyone practice, and I got to see like running backs and the defense and the offensive line and the quarterbacks all practice in their own respected areas with their own coaches. So it was great to see how they really are preparing for a game that's 144 days away.
Yes. What did you see in the running backs? Because as we all know, we lost David Johnson, a phenomenal running back, record-setting running back. Did you see anything out there?
I will say that what I noticed a lot was there was a lot more passing going on. And I know UNI in the past has been a team that runs the ball consistently. I don't know if that's just what they were practicing that day, but that's what I noticed a lot. And the exercise that they were doing was very fast, and it was putting the defense on their toes and the offense, like the no huddling now. It was a very quick atmosphere.
Yeah, I know it'll be interesting with the running backs because they had a transfer from Rutgers, Savon Huggins. It'll be interesting because he played at Rutgers, so it'll be interesting to see if he can come down and make an impact. We also have Darius Miller, who was backed up David Johnson last year, and I know they got other running backs too. So it'll be interesting who can fill the shoes of David Johnson.
It'll be interesting to see how Cole Morgan does this year. We don't have Carnes anymore, and something this no-huddle offense is going to really rely on is a very steady, consistent quarterback. Cole Morgan, I'm sure, will be taking the snaps at the start of the season, but who knows who'll be taking them at the end of the season.
Yeah, Cole Morgan, the last couple seasons, he kind of starts off strong and then he just tails off at the end of the season. So hopefully he can sustain the entire season.
Definitely. I'd love to see him, find his rhythm, hit his receivers. They're young sophomores. Rashadim Gray and Xavier James are the two guys that we're probably going to see get a lot of playing time, get a lot of catches. So it'd be great to see Cole Morgan finally find his rhythm and lead these guys and have a great season.
Yeah. And when I watched him practice, it seemed like he was very much the guy. When the quarterbacks were practicing by themselves, they were doing exercises, but Cole Morgan was doing more than the other ones, and the other kids, quite frankly, looked very young. So hopefully those freshmen or sophomores, whatever, are really helping to drive him to, really make this last season an impact.
Yeah, I hope it is. I know I did realize the other quarterbacks, I think they're all about freshmen or sophomores. Yeah. So hopefully Cole Morgan can step it up. But I think that's all we got here, unless anyone's got some parting thoughts for the round.
Yeah, I think really it's just going to be a rebuilding year with this new offensive plan, a lot of really young players. It'll be exciting. I don't know if we're going to see anything too crazy right out the gate, unless they have an amazing summer practice season. But I'm excited to see how the new young guys do and what this new offense looks like and see what it brings to the table.
Yeah, they kick off at Iowa State on September 5th, so that's a great game for them to start out. So they'll be motivated because everyone wants to be Iowa State. So
yeah, it's always good to beat the big brother. So for Sean Dangler and Riley Cosgrove and Drew Hayes, this is the Roundtable.
Well, that's all we have for this week's broadcast of UNI-TV's The Prowl. I'm Andy McConnell.
I'm Mike Lieb. Don't forget to watch this broadcast and check out our exclusive media content on our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
And I'm Ian Shilhonick. Stay classy, Cedar Falls.